Captain Mark Henderson with Taco Marine and the Liquid Fire Fishing Team. I want to go over how to rig your outrigger system today using the Taco Marine premium rigging kits. They offer triple all the way down to single. I'm going to rig the triples today and show you the components of the kits. So let's get started. Each of the premium Taco outrigger rigging kits provides everything that you need to rig 6 halyard lines on your outrigger system, 3 on each pole. The only difference is the materials in them. One is 400-pound mono and one is a braid cord. So let's go over the components in the rest of the kit. Gives you everything you need. Other components in the kit include a line stop, your release clip, crimper sleeves, snap swivels, a camelback to secure the high quality Ronstand triple block. So let's get started, show you how all these components fit together to rig your outriggers. One thing you want to make sure that you do when rigging your outrigger poles is do everything that you can from the deck. You want to make sure that you run your furthest line furthest aft towards your motors. That way you don't disrupt the short and medium bait when pulling in and checking your long baits. So let's get started. I'm going to show you how to rig this. When you're working with the braid, cinch the end of it. That way it keeps it from unraveling when going through the guides. So we've determined that this outrigger is going to be for the port side. I've designated which roller to begin with. This is the aft roller for the long line. So take your braid, run it through this roller, which is the aft roller, through the second, and then up through the tip. Rigging it from the bottom up, it's the easiest way to do it. At this point, go ahead and get your stop, put your line through it. And another quick tip is to get your snap swivel and your release clip, making sure that the release clip, the trigger, folds down and out of the way when a fish hits and the line is released. But go ahead, before you tie this on, attach the release clip to the swivel, and that way you got something to hold on to. And what we're going to do is tie an arbor knot to secure the swivel to the braid. I mentioned tying an arbor knot to connect the braid to a swivel. Let me show you how to do that. Push the braid through the eye of the swivel. Give yourself plenty of tag room. The first thing you want to do is do an overhand knot. This is going to keep any slipping opportunity minimalized. So pull it tight toward the end. You can always singe it. So you want to have that knot tight. Then give yourself plenty of room and tie your standard arbor knot. Get up as close as you can to the overhand knot. Pull it tight. Pull it down tight to your swivel. Makes easy for adjustments in case anything ever happens that you need to. At this point, you're ready to extend the outrigger pole and insert it into the base. So make sure you give yourself plenty of slack with the end and secure it to an anchor point on your boat. The great thing about the Taco outrigger poles is they're telescopic and you can do a whole lot from the deck. So extend the entire pole. Again, making sure that your halyard line is staying secure at the deck so that it doesn't go out with the end of the pole. And then simply insert the pole into your base. It's time to go ahead and rig the Ronstand triple block. We want to make sure that your halyard line goes through the front aft portion of the block, comes through it, and then attaches to the swivel, which is already attached to the release clip. Tie your arbor knot and you'll be ready to go. We're ready to finish off the first halyard line and make final adjustments. Make sure you've got your braid through the eye of the swivel, pulling it down slightly to make sure that the bungee has some tension on it and the end of the outrigger pole has some tension toward the water. Hold it firm right here. Make sure everything rolls smoothly. And if it's at your final adjustment, finish it off with an arbor knot, and let's move on to the second line. We've got a couple of different options when securing the bungee to your gunnel. One is with the supplied camelbacks in the rigging kit. So you would just take your bungee clip and attach it to it just like this. There's another option that we've got. It's called the gunnel line tensioner. And it's a very attractive pass through your gunnel, which takes the rope and you can rig this right to your halyard line as opposed to the bungee. Just like with the braid halyard, you want to take your mono and run it through the roller guides, starting with the middle one at the closest one to the base, coming to the outside one. And want to install your line stop. Then you want to take one of your crimper sleeves, install it over top of your line. I've already attached the swivel to the line release just like before. So put your mono through the eye of the swivel and come back in through the crimper sleeve, leaving yourself about 1/8 of an inch clearance tag line. Adjust it from the longer part of the halyard, bringing it down as closely as you can to the eye of the swivel. Then you want to use your crimper tool to crimp it off. I reinstalled the pole so we can go ahead and start the same process that we used on the braid. I installed the mono through the second roller of the triple block. I put the crimper sleeve on and the swivel. We'll take the end of the mono and run it back through the crimper sleeve so that I can adjust the tension. As it comes through, we're going to adjust to the proper tension. You want to slide that up until you get it to the same tension that your other halyard line is. That looks just about right. So at this point, I'm going to bring it back in close to you and just crimp it off again. And you're ready to go with both halyard lines. Again, one's mono, one's braid. I just finished rigging the third and final halyard line. I rigged it just like the braid I did on the first line. If you want, you can use the mono just like I did on the second one. You can go with that one as well. So as you can see, it's a very nice, clean installation. The Taco Premium Rigging Kit, you know what? All three of these can be done from singles to doubles all the way to triples. The third line actually allows you to fish a short bait, the second one a medium bait, the third one a long bait. If you want, you can pull a teaser from this short, closest to the boat release clip. I hope you've enjoyed and learned a lot about rigging your Taco Outriggers. Enjoy your time on the water, and until next time, I'm Captain Mark Henderson for Taco Marine and the Liquid Fire Fishing Team. I hope to see you on the water soon.